YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Isaac, back at it with another video. I'm just getting back from my vacation, so sorry if this video is a little bit late, but just had to go back home and take some time off from work, and now we're back, we're on our grind, and let's get back to work. Since my last video, I received a lot of feedback and support on my channel and my Instagram, so I just want to thank you guys for all you guys watching and tagging along in this journey with me. It feels good that there's people that you can talk to that relate and that are on the same journey as you, and you want to keep those people close to you when it comes to building connections. And that's what today's video is going to be about, is connections and why they are important to building riches. Now, what is a connection? A connection is a relationship in which a person or a thing is linked or associated with something else. So the type of connection that I'm talking about is a connection with another person to help build and increase your progression with your business. So there are pros and there are actually some cons as well to forming connections. Nothing too major, just one that really sticks out and you don't want to fall into. And starting off with pro number one is going to be networking and gaining experience from connections. Just starting off, you may be inexperienced with what you are going into. For example, I'm doing video editing and I want to build connections with people who have social media accounts or YouTube channels, you know? And it could be a family or a friend of a friend that you meet up with and you build that connection with, and you get that information and let them know, hey, I'm just starting off. You know, maybe you could do a little bit of freelancing for a cheap price or even for free, just to get your foot in the door, kind of like an internship almost, but not really an internship. You're just getting your foot in the door so you can, your skills up, you get your XP up, you know, then you can start charging for your work. And what I'm actually doing right now is I have a group formed up, me and some guys at my work, two other guys. We had this connection, we formed this kind of group. We agreed that we're going to work together, bounce ideas off of each other, and provide our services, you know, to help each other come up. And this is good because if I need someone's help or someone needs my help, for example, I have a friend who's trying to start his own clothing brand and he needs models to model a shirt. Okay, I'll help you model your shirts, and in exchange, whenever you are getting your website set up or you need video editing in the future, you know, that's where I come in, and a mutual agreement to help each other out, you know? Building connections, good for getting experience. You may have to freelance at first, depending on what you're doing. For what I'm doing, I'm gonna have to freelance before I can upscale. Moving on to pro number two, and that's going to be exchanging knowledge and information. I can't tell you how many book recommendations I've gotten from Stuart, and just us passing information on to the three of us to help each other grow. Stuart is my HVAC homie that actually got me into business and inspired me to start my own business, and kind of started that burn and that inspiration for building wealth. So shout out to Stuart. But exchanging that information, I promise you, you'll learn something new that you may not have known before. I mean, I'm telling you, I learn something every week from these guys. They really do fill my brain with knowledge and give me information and inspiration that I didn't know before. Pro number three, and that's going to be kind of what I talked about a little bit earlier, but bouncing ideas off of each other when say plan A, B, and C plan, hey, there's still plan D that's out there, you know? And you could try out a business idea that you may not have thought of. For example, I didn't even know what an agency was or even how to start up a clothing brand until I met Stuart and Sanders. I knew nothing about e-commerce. I knew nothing about stocks. I was basically fresh in, and I tried out some ideas, and hey, if so-and-so, this idea didn't work out for me, hey, I'm on to the next. Or this one didn't work out for me, then I'm on to the next, you know? My third eye has kind of been opened, you know, working with them, seeing infinite business opportunities and potential ideas, just working with them. Pro number 4, making sure that we're keeping each other accountable. Meeting up or calling once a week and telling each other what our next step is, and making sure that we're keeping each other accountable can go a long way. It's kind of like having a gym buddy, in a sense. You go to the gym with a friend or family member and you guys are just trying to get jacked, you know? And naturally you're gonna compete against each other because you don't want him or her passing you up. I guarantee that you'll complete more of your weekly goals if you have somebody keeping you accountable. You can also take this a step further, and I actually learned this in my book, Atomic Habits, one of my favorite books, highly recommend reading. You can take this a step further by adding a punishment for yourself for not completing your goals. Oh, so you didn't read your 50 pages out of your book for the week like you were supposed to? Then that's $50 or $75 that you pay to the person who's keeping you accountable. And that's supposed to set a trigger like, oh man, you know, I messed up. You know, I really don't want to pay $50 for not completing these tasks. So, and that's gonna trigger in your head, oh shoot, I don't want to keep on paying $50 or $75, even $100, you know, depending on the price that you set for your punishment. But I don't want to have to keep on paying so-and-so for just because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's going to make you keep on doing what you're supposed to be doing and completing your weekly goals. Those were the pros that I came up when forming connections/groups. Moving on to the cons. There weren't too many cons that I could think of, but there was one con that really did stick out and important and definitely detrimental to your business if you follow this con. And that's going to be the information of your business plan that you give out to your group that you're sharing ideas with, or even close friends that you think that you can trust, but you never know these days. The last thing that I want is to come up with a brilliant idea that can be life-changing for myself, or even you come up with a brilliant idea, and to have it stripped away by someone because you told that one guy or girl that you thought that you can trust and they screw you over. It's okay to tell what you got going on, but never tell your full intentions. This is probably the biggest con when it comes to forming bridges with other people. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it to follow my journey to wealth. Check out my Instagram as well to stay updated on upcoming videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.